Hello everyone, welcome to the Comic Gamer Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I'm here to talk about a theory that I've had going for a while now. Now, I think I've talked about the Fantastic Four before on this channel, and how Marvel can introduce them now that Marvel Studios owns them. But I want to run with a theory that I've had and put it out there. Just put it out there for, food of thought, of the idea that Galactus, the conqueror of worlds, the be all end all, the eater of planets, big purple man himself has always been in the MCU. Meaning that the MCU has been setting up Galactus for quite some time. And I've come to this evidence off of a few things and me just fan theorizing. The thing about it like this: where are all the Celestials? Why was Ego the only Celestial left? And it's been shown with the Collector and with other things that there were multiple Celestials. There were many Celestials. So why is Ego the only Celestial left? What happened to all the Celestials? Why was there a severed head of a Celestial? And that's how big one could get. How did a Celestial get its head severed in the first place, and why was it just floating in space? My answer: Galactus. I think because they're not gonna keep the original. Marvel Studios is known for one thing. Is known for many things, actually. But one thing to me that is one of the key components of how they've been able to mix it up and get comic book fans and new fans is they don't give you the exact comic book replica of the comics. They change it up. Ultron was created by Hank Pym, but to make it more interpersonal with their bigger character Tony Stark, it's made by Tony Stark. Like different things like that of that nature. Like Black Widow was never a founding member of the Avengers, but to streamline it a little bit and make it a bit easier, you already introduced Black Widow, so she is one of the founding members of the Avengers. Like there are things that they do all the time in the MCU that's like, okay, it was like this, but they did it like this to change it up to make it more feel different, to make it work more in their universe, to work it into the story instead of just forcing something just because it worked like this in the comics. But so to me, they're not gonna do the whole thing about Galactus being a being from another universe that he tried to prevent the Big Bang and all that energy went to him and he turned into Galactus. They're not gonna do that. What they're gonna do is simply make Galactus a devourer of other Celestials. Galactus is why that head of a Celestial was left, because he ate the rest of them. I think they're gonna do something where Galactus, for some reason, I think they're gonna sort of kind of steal from Dormammu's origin of having Galactus be like this fallen Celestial. The Celestial who's so power hungry that he was eating other Celestials, that he was killing his kin. That's why you don't see any Celestials other than Ego, because they're all been eaten by Galactus. And he's been off to the farthest reaches of the galaxy, either killing more Celestials, or he's had to sustain himself some other way with planets. But I feel like people would know about that. He was killing planets. So that is my theory, is that Galactus has been in the Marvel Universe his entire time, and he is the reason why all the Celestials in the universe have disappeared. Why you don't see them. Why is there a random severed head of a Celestial being with no reasoning or why behind it, or no history book, or no record of how it got there? Like, why is Ego the only Celestial? Because Galactus is the devourer of Celestials, and he's been out there killing Celestials and eventually picking up over the course of time helpers, aka people like Silver Surfer and the Heralds. He's been picking up Heralds, and eventually, once the thing happened with Thanos, perhaps all the Celestials died and he had to move up to something else. Like there's so much things, and plus that 5-year gap gives you a nice chunk of time where, because it's pretty well established in Endgame that the universe is in chaos. The universe is in chaos, not just Earth, the universe. And Captain Marvel's doing the best she can. Rocket and them are out there trying to do some work too. But Captain Marvel's really doing the best she can because she's the only one who can get to these planets as quickly as she can. So she's doing the best she can. Rocket and Nebula were doing the best they can. Like, it's clear, like, everyone's doing the best they can to try to fix things or try to at least calm things down. But the way that the universe is in chaos, I can completely believe that Galactus is out there eating planets, and no one's able to contact each other or like talk to each other because the universe is in chaos. It's a perfect timing. It's a perfect way to introduce Galactus. Is have him be the one who killed the Celestials. It's already introduced. It's already in the backdrop. It's just perfect. It's just set up to be done. So that is my theory. That is my fan theory. That is something that I think is going to happen. And if it does happen, holy shit, I am right on the money here. But I think it's just too easy. I think it's just too easy. Because when I was doing my Marvel rewatch and looking at Guardians and stuff, I'm just like, this is too easy, man. There are no other Celestials. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? Who killed that one Celestial and just left its head out there? And they just disappeared and one was left all alone on his lonesome? It's easy. And like I said, Marvel's not going to do that weird thing. How easy is it to explain why Galactus is huge? He's a celestial being. You just saw a celestial's head could get so big that it's pretty much an equivalent of a mining planet. It becomes a mining planet. That's how big a celestial's head can get. So Galactus being that big, it wouldn't be foreign, because one of the big things back in the Fox era was no one's gonna buy this giant guy. But now that you put it out there of how big a celestial can be, of how, how powerful they can be and how powerful they can be with ego, you have set it up. You have given the pathway to just making Galactus a celestial, but making him a unique celestial because he's the celestial who kills other celestials. Well, he kills them to feed his hunger, but he does eat planets too. I think it can give him a little bit more. I think it can give it a lot more scary to it, because over the last 10 years in the MCU, you've heard of Celestials. You've learned to sort of fear them. You've learned to kind of be in awe of their size. And in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, you realize just how powerful a Celestial is. In fact, like, they wouldn't have been able to take Ego down. Only reason they were even able to take Ego down is because he was in a state of euphoria, and Peter Quill was already there, and they were already on his planet, so without him killing them. But if they were to come from a distance, he would have just wiped them out. So think about that. So it really puts in perspective. And think about that. Ego is a relatively young Celestial, again, if you want to put it that way. So everything's really building to me. That is the whole thing. Galactus is a Celestial. He's a Celestial, but he's an old Celestial who's killed other Celestials to gain power, who hungers for energy. He's been out there, but he's been out there hunting other Celestials at the far brink of the universe, at the far ends of the universe, so no one's seen him. And after this snap, something brings him into our universe, but he's always been out there. I feel like it's an easy slam dunk win for Marvel. It's already set up. You can connect it to everything up in the background, and you can look awesome doing it. So that's my theory, that Galactus is out there eating Celestials, that he is a Celestial, and that he is the reason that Nowhere exists. So thank you for joining me on the Comic Game Movie Show. What do you think about my theory? Do you think Galactus is out there? How do you think that the MCU is going to introduce Galactus? That's my theory. Please show me yours below. Thank you for joining me on the Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.